Hey fam, didn't see you there. I'm just too busy still unpacking from when I moved beginning of this month. I'm not very good at adulting, I guess. So fam, today we're gonna do something super fun. I'm gonna stop unpacking and hold on. Wait, what is this? Blue shirt. How did it, what is, no. No. Clippers merch in my home? No. 911? Yeah, I need to report a crime. Someone put Clippers merch in my home. I'm a Lakers fan! It's okay. Okay. Well, sorry, just put that in the trash where it belongs for now. Anyway, I'm so sorry you had to see that disgusting merch. As I was saying, still moving in, but once I get fully moved in, I'll give you guys like a crib tour. You feel me? You feel me? Today, we are gonna do something new. We're gonna do story time with Ty. Story time with Ty. Ty, story time? Okay, why did you guys ever let me get into this? Hey fam, what's poppin'? So today is gonna be a little bit different than what we normally do. We're gonna play a little game called Story Time with Ty. Eyes up here, up here. All right, I'm gonna explain to you guys exactly how I got here in front of your screen. I guess it all started when my mom met my dad and you know what, let's not go that far, that's disgusting. But let's start in college. By the way, if you're in college, high school, middle school, out of college and you don't know what you want to do with your life, keep watching because I have some pro tips for you. So I get to college and freshman year, I'm not really sure what I want to do at all, but I can tell you this, I've always loved telling stories. I got a real knack for exaggeration, which is key. I've always loved sports. I played sports in high school. A lot of you don't know this, but I was raised with 4 brothers and a dad. So it's a little bit, I feel like that probably explains my personality a little bit. So I major in communications and I decide on PR. Hey, that sounds fun, right? Obviously, I'm not the type of person that can just like sit in a cubicle all day. Honestly, thinking about it gives me hives. I have hives right now. Internships are key. By the way, if you're in college right now, or like I said, out of college, and you're just trying to figure out what you want to do, or you know what you want to do, but you're trying to get in the door, internships are key. And I definitely figured that out pretty young. And so because I had decided on PR, just so happened that John Black, who was the head of PR for the Lakers for like 30 years, is a family friend of ours. So I reached out to him and I said, hey, here's my resume. Is there any way you can pass it around to anyone in the field of PR? I don't care who it is, anyone in PR, I really need an internship. And hey, if you need an intern, I'm available. He sends out my resume. And this is where things get a little strange. Sports broadcasting, I just had never even thought of it or even considered it. So I get 2 callbacks. The first callback was from the Angels PR team. They wanted to interview me. Makes sense, you know, PR team. And then I got a voicemail from a TV station. A man named Ed Arnold leaves me a voicemail and he says that he works for PBS and he got my resume from John Black and they were really interested in hiring me as an intern and they asked if I could come and interview. A little bizarre because I had asked John to send my resume to only PR firms and only PR teams. So the fact that this TV station was calling me was, it was weird. Then I did some research and it turns out this TV station, this particular PBS, was walking distance from the college I was going to in Orange County. I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I went in and I interviewed and I got the internship there. This changed my life. That's why I'm not kidding, guys. Internships. As soon as I got there and the cameras and the shows and I loved it so freaking much. I can't even tell you, I fell in love with broadcast journalism. This was the first time I knew exactly what I wanted and I didn't exactly know how I was gonna get there, but knowing what you want is the first step and it's probably the most important step. I start working at PBS and like I said, I fall in love with the people. And a little thing about Ed Arnold. He is a legendary sports broadcaster. Google him. And he totally took me under his wing. I am forever grateful to Ed. Ed, if you're watching, I love you. And you guys, you know what's so weird? His wife just happened to be a professor at the college I went to. So Ed just made sure every day that I was learning broadcast and that I was asking questions and that this internship was useful for me. So here's the thing. I decided I didn't want to be a PR person anymore, obviously. You know, I want to be in broadcast journalism. Still though, I wasn't sure which direction I wanted to go in. And believe it or not, my college did not really have a strong broadcast journalism program. Like, actually, they didn't have it at all. So because I wanted that to be my major, I created my own program. So I sat down with my school and I said, listen, this is what I really want to learn, and you guys don't offer that here. Can I create my own classes through my internship, and can I get credit for them? And after a lot of back and forth, they said yes. So I actually created my own broadcast journalism program through my PBS internship, and Ed Arnold was like my teacher, so to speak, or he was definitely overseeing it and in charge of it. Also, an awesome reporter named David Nazar was also overseeing a lot of things. And so a little funny thing about David, just side note, we live in like the age of viral videos, all of us, so like this is nothing new. But years ago, before viral was like a real thing, David Nazar went viral. He's crazy. David, I love you.
A closer look at this, because why is this your oh my God. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Dude, are you serious?
He knocks over this ice sculpture. These two guys really oversaw, I mean, you know what, like, I'm dropping names and I shouldn't be, because I need to thank everyone that I worked with at PBS. You know, there were so many people there. Mike Taylor, shout out to you. Also, if you're watching this and you take any classes from him, listen to him, he's a genius. Basically, my entire internship rallied around me, allowed me to create this program so that I could graduate with the major that I wanted and actually spend my time doing things that were gonna be useful to me. But because of that, there was a lot of work on my shoulders, like a lot of work on my shoulders. But what's crazy, guys, is when I was still in college, I was able to get one of my packages on national television. I was definitely really, really proud of that moment. I'm scared to show you a little clip, but maybe I will, of that. Here's like the big thing. It's hard to say this. There's something that never felt fully authentic or fully genuine, because at that time, there were still like rules for how you need to be on camera, down to how you hold your hands. Wait, I don't even remember how to do it. I think it's like this, AKA vagina hands. Like, no, you know, like, okay. So back then, it was still custom for you to, hi, and welcome to that, you know what I mean? With your vagina hand. Hi, and welcome to whatever. That part to me, where like I'm told how to stand, how exactly to speak, and in what format to speak in, it tore me apart. As you guys can probably figure out by now, not traditional. Rules scare me. And that never felt completely right. Fast forward to I'm graduating college. It's time to figure out where I'm gonna go to work. So I did a few little hard news segments. Again, it just didn't feel right. And I start applying to small markets. So basically, bum of nowhere, Idaho. Just kidding. Sorry if you live there. No, this doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I can't go and hold my vagina hands and just like, you know, just not be me. It never ever felt right. So then I started posting to this little thing called YouTube. And I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna be myself, because I'll be miserable doing the vagina hands. I already did it, and I did it, you know, in the very beginning of my career, and oh, it tore me up, guys. Like, you can see the anguish on my face. But I started just being myself and just having fun. Another thing, coincidence in life. So it just so happened that while I was working at PBS, I got to go to the Emmys one year, and it was being held at LA Live. So we all go to the Emmys, it's awesome time. After the Emmys, me and the lead reporter I was with and the other producers that were there were all starving. So we decided to go to this nearby hotel to get food, and we go inside the hotel and there's no seating whatsoever. You know, do you think these 7-inch Louboutins are gonna stand here for, no, okay? Someone get me a seat! Essentially is how I was feeling. We look around, no, it's packed, but we see this one guy, and he's sitting by himself at a table. Ooh. All right, well, he's alone and he has plenty of room, so it's gonna be easier for us to crash his table. So we go and we're like, do the tap on the shoulder. Hi, do you think we could just like mosey on and sit here? And he's like, sure, you know. Start talking to him. Turns out he's the president of LA Live. The whole area, he's the president of Staples Center, LA Live, everything. And it was a really great networking experience, exchanging information. This is another pro tip, guys. If you meet someone that is even remotely connected to the industry you want to be in, you better get their email and you better follow up with them. Super important. So I did just that. He ended up becoming like a mentor of mine. Then when I decided, you know what, this hard news is really painful, it's not working out for me, LA Live kind of had their own reporting team. And so he put me in touch with his team that covers the reporters there, and I went and I interviewed with them and I got the job. Let's just say I got to be around a lot of freaking games. Yeah! Some of the best times of my life, let me tell you. Being in more of the sports side of things, I mean, God, I was like, oh, I was at home, honey, at home. You know what, let's do some fast forwarding. Fast forward to how I got my job at where a lot of you know me from, The Fumble. As I mentioned earlier, I started making my own videos on YouTube that were very similar to how things were run at The Fumble. Just YouTube videos, but I add in, you know, some pictures, some videos. And it just so happens that they were hiring because their main host was leaving and they needed someone to replace her quickly. The head of production at that time saw my videos and was like, yes, we want her, we need her, she's the one. So they called me based on the videos that I had already created, guys. So if you put in the work, the opportunity will come, I promise you. So they hired me, and the rest, as they say, is history. I have a beautiful voice. So that's what brought me here today. Maybe I'll make another one of these about how exactly I'm now here and not there. I've touched on that a little bit, but I could definitely explain it a little bit more and what I'm up to now and how it brought me here. And everyone wants to know what I did over the summer, and I'm definitely going to make another video sharing that with you guys. But the pro tips that I really want to highlight for you guys. Number one, if you listen to my story, I always had a passion for storytelling and for sports. Even though I deviated, I came back to those original passions. The point is, look at what you're passionate about in life right now. I guarantee you there are signs and clues of the most prosperous career you could have, making money, doing something that you freaking love. And number two, internships. Get internships. You get work experience, you make contacts, and it just leads to the next best thing. I promise you. Literally would not be here without that one internship. And literally would not be here without my friend John just like going willy-nilly with my resume and sending it everywhere, even places I didn't necessarily ask him to, and then me finding a passion. So number three, networking. If you have anyone that's even remotely related to whatever career you want to be in, hit them up. And the rest, honestly, be Gucci, stay fly. Oh, what a long story. If you're still here, dang. Kudos to you, you a real one. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also guys, I'm definitely a resource for you guys if I can be. If you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments. I made myself pretty available. You guys know where my Instagram is, at Taiwan on Sports, always plug. If you DM me like serious questions, a lot of time I do answer them. Also, if you email me, I'm definitely here for you guys. So reach out. All right, I love you. That was long. Peace.